Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the daily vlog. It is a Wednesday here. I had a pretty late night last night, till about 2 a.m. or so, working on the Hyaku Shiki for episode 100. It's a very, very cloudy day, as you can see here. Not a ton of clouds in the sky. There is some cloud action, but nothing super dark yet. But according to the news, a big typhoon is coming, and I believe the next 3 or 4 days, I think, are supposed to be all rain. So I'm going out right now to get some footage. Yeah, look at this. Next 3 days, 3, 4, 5 days are all rain. So apparently it's supposed to be a pretty big typhoon. Like, this is possibly the calm before the storm. So I'm going out of the house right now to get some footage outdoors, because if the typhoon is too bad, we're going to be stuck indoors for the next few days. Not bad timing, considering I have a Hyaku Shiki master grade that I am now working on. I've also got the GP01. If for some reason we finish the master grade, I can jump right back into that, and we're at the assembly stage right now. So all the parts are panel lined, cleaned up. I have a little bit of modification that I'm going to be doing, because not really happy with the fixes that I came up with for the broken parts of the kit. We had 2 small breaks with that kit, and I got some serviceable fixes in for it, but I think I can do better, and I actually picked up a couple replacement parts. Not exact replacements, but I think I can make them work and glue them down. I guess you could call this dipping my toes into the pool of Gundam modification, but it's more than anything cleaning up my own mistakes. Mistakes well learned, though. Mistakes that made me be a little bit more cautious with my runners last night. And definitely the GP01 unit from Stardust Memories is a much older kit. I have the blue Bandai logo version, so it is a newer reprint of it, but it's still basically the same kit. Looking at the instruction manuals, the instruction manual is a lot more complicated than the Hyaku Shiki, even though the Hyaku Shiki is kind of a more ambitious build. But there are some archaic parts to this instruction manual, and it seems to be the runners were very, very, very packed with very fat gates. That with the fatter gates, when you do your double cut, the first cut that you make on the fatter part of the gate can actually cause a stress fracture. It's kind of like a shock wave that goes down the gate, and whatever the weakest link in the chain is has a potential to break, and that's what happened with mine. One of the nubs, basically, that held on one of the verniers, like the booster engines on the back, or probably the shoulders, because they're the really small ones, very, very tiny. It completely busted off, and somehow I managed to lose one of the tiny little verniers as well. So not sure how that happened, but it looks like we've got some construction going on. It looks like there's a dude up on the scaffolding up at the karaoke place up there. Couple dudes, actually. Well, there's a bunch of people. Yeah. Is the karaoke place going away? Let's hope not. Oh, that looks like it's still open. Looks like a pretty big renovation, though. Yeah, we do go to that karaoke spot sometimes, so I would like it to remain around. But yeah, kind of cleaning up after my own mistakes. If we want to be nice, we can call it modifications. I like that better. Let's go with modifications. So yeah, I've been doing that, and so we have our assembly for our GP01 to do, which will be fun as well, because hopefully we've got all the not fun parts out of the way. We'll attach the new verniers, and I hope I'm saying that right. Like Japanese pronunciation, that probably sounds right. Basically, like I watch a lot of Gundam channels in Japanese because obviously we're plugged in a little bit more to the Gundam scene. They get kits quicker. They have deals with Bandai, some of the influencers here, so they get stuff a little bit early. And I watch it all in Japanese, and a lot of words in Japanese are taken from other languages, a lot of them the English language. And they get kind of chopped up a bit. So in Japanese it's called bania, and I've seen the English spelling, which is with a V. I'm just guessing that the accent for that is veneer. I've never actually heard somebody say it in English, so I don't know. I might be saying that wrong, but I mean the booster engines on the back. But yeah, we'll go ahead and add those two booster engines onto the back of that, and then get that assembled after we're done with our Hyaku Shiki. But yeah, before this storm comes, I need to get out of the house and get some outdoors, not only for my own mental state, but for the video. Oh, that was yellow at the wrong time. Sometimes that happens, that just like, it was too late to stop, but I definitely feel like that was a little late to go through the intersection. Yeah, so I did about 5 or 6 runners worth of removing parts from the runner. There were a couple of the fat gates that could lead to a problem, I think. But one of the things that makes the GP01 a lot more archaic than the Hyaku Shiki 2.0 is the fact that Bandai seems to have learned the lesson that there's kind of a limit of how much you should put onto one runner. The GP01 is literally just packed and packed with parts, small parts, big parts. Just one runner has a lot more parts than I am used to, especially in high grade. And a lot of those parts, they put them in with really, really fat gates. So the combination of really small pieces that have really small weak points attached to gates that are very thick and cause a lot of shockwave when you cut through them. It seems like maybe that's something they've realized is not a good thing, and they're not really doing that as much anymore, because the Hyaku Shiki 2.0, it seems to be laid out a lot more sparingly. It's probably right about the same amount of parts, but just kind of laid out a lot smarter, given a little bit more space. Definitely a lot more gates that are on the thinner side to cause less shock. But there was probably like 1 or 2 sections that had a pretty thick gate on there that I was like, okay, you know what, I'm not even going to chance it with the double cut. I'm just going to go directly in with the God hands, and might not be the cleanest removal, because it's a lot easier to get a really close, clean cut when you're doing the double cut. But it's a lot safer to do it that way. So that's what we did. We did not break any parts last night, so that is good. I saved the gold-plated pieces, the special coating pieces of the Hyaku Shiki for today because I wanted to do it when I was a little more fresh and a little... I had some shoulder and back pain last night. My wrist was hurting a little bit from using the nippers too much, and I probably wouldn't have been in the best condition to start removing those pieces that I need to handle with extra care. Luckily, they're mostly undergated gates going into the bottom rather than the side of pieces, so it will hide some of the imperfections left over from nub removal. I have a tiny bit of footage I need to take to put a cap on episode 100, but for the main part we're just going to be walking around and checking stuff out. I'll probably get some coffee. I'm going to 2 locations today. I'm going to Q's Mall, where the train station is that I usually take to go to work. There's a Joshin here that we go to rather often. You'll recognize it when you see it. Talked to my mom on the phone for about an hour yesterday. She has actually watched every single episode of the daily vlog, so she might be the only person. Oops, almost went the wrong way there. It's very possible that she is the only person in the world that has watched every episode of the daily vlog. Yuki will get there because she is going through every single episode and making shorts, but she's a little bit behind the current releases, so she hasn't seen some of the newer stuff. Wow, the mall is super crowded today. I don't know what is going on here, but there are a lot of people here. Yeah, my mother has watched every episode of the daily vlog, and she was mentioning that despite not having gone to a lot of the locations that we go to, I've been to them on the vlog enough that a lot of times when I'm walking somewhere, she'll know where I'm walking to before I even say where I'm walking to. So she's kind of starting to familiarize herself with areas that she hasn't even been to. So maybe I'll start telling you guys what the names of places are a little bit more. Just so you can, if you visit Japan and you want to visit one of the places that I go regularly to see it for yourself. So this is Q's Mall. Today we are going to be hitting Q's Mall and LaLaport. The best thing about Q's Mall is it has an amazing view. This is the view from the roof of Q's Mall. That is a part of the outdoor section of the mall there, but as you can see, the rolling hills. In a weird way, it kind of reminds me a little bit of California, a greener California, but just all the mountains and then all the structures up near the mountains and stuff. I do love this area. go ahead and check the t-shirts at Uniqlo really quick.
悪い。来てる？
仮面ライダー Z 9月7日より毎週日曜午前9時からテレビ朝日系で放送スタート。新しい仮面ライダーは夢の世界で戦うエージェント仮面ライダー Z。 普通の青年が夢の中では無敵のエージェントとなり、最悪の現実がもたらす悪夢の怪人ナイトメアから人類を守る。ライダーベルト史上初、胸に巻く全身ベルトで史上最多の9個の LED を内蔵。カプセルと呼ばれる連動アイテムで Z ドライバーが超変化します。キッズランドでは仮面ライダー Z の商品を豊富に品揃え。仮面ライダー Z 商品は納得価格のキッズランドでぜひお買い求めください。目覚めの時、世界の新たな歴史を目撃せよ。
あの人気動画配信サービス Unext からおすすめ作品をピックアップ。まずは国内ドラマ「ビバン半沢」など注目の最新作から大ヒット作まで国内ドラマが勢ぞろい。続いて人気バラエティー「水曜日のダウンタウン」や「それスノーマンにやらせてください」など人気バラエティーも充実。笑いも感動も止まらない。アニメも見逃せません。鬼滅の刃、ポケットモンスター、ワンピースなどテレビ放送作品から名作まで見逃せないラインナップ。さらに音楽ライブも超豪華。あのちゃんみな、うまいなどトップアーティストたちのアクロライブを配信。最後にスポーツ、欧州サッカー、プレミアリーグ、ラリーガ、BJ投手同特典キャンペーンも実施中。詳しくはお近くのサイトまでお問い合わせください。
My god, I found another sundial version, this time of a heel slime. I would want the blue one. I might have to look for this on Medicuddy. I have the other one that moves around that I like a lot. Treasure box down there. Alright, I am going to dip into Starbucks to get myself a coffee. I'm going to get it to go because we still have to hit LaLaport. But yeah, I got all the shots that I needed and I am on my way. Coffee time. Alright, so we've got our coffee. Did a grande today. Grande sweet milk coffee. 2 shots of espresso because I've got a lot to do today. One thing, being at home now, being on a sabbatical from work, I don't drink as much coffee as I normally did. I've kind of gotten used to it since I've been off for about 2 weeks at this point. But I still do have a hankering for it. So recently been trying not to go out just to get Starbucks, because if we do that, then we'll do it every single day. And obviously, I am on a bit of a reduced salary right now. That's the way it works. I'm on a extended leave that I'll get 68% of my salary tax-free. So it's definitely not ideal, but it is what it is. That, just so you guys know what to expect, I currently don't know what I want to do. It all depends on my well-being, and as you guys probably have picked up in many of the videos, that place was kind of sucking the life out of me every single day. I would come in a good mood and ready to get stuff done, and I would exit that same day without accomplishing anything, and being really annoyed by the fact that we weren't able to accomplish anything. And the stress of that was definitely getting to me, impacting my sleep, impacting my health, my blood pressure, everything. And just kind of like, I'm one of those type of people, like, that, you know, if there's a problem, you know, we can solve it. We put our heads together and we think about things, and we think in a logical way that's in touch with reality, and we formulate a plan right there on the spot, and we start striving towards that goal. That's how I've shipped so many AAA games in the past. That's how I've, you know, been credited in multiple Call of Duty titles, Destiny titles, Halo titles, Forza. You know, I've been around the block. I'm not new to this. I know what I'm doing. But just when you're in a situation where there's no logical plan that is progressing forward, and any suggestions of a logical plan, plans of action, things that I know for a fact would work, are just met with disinterest and, at worst, annoyance because of who it's coming from. I definitely did feel an imbalance of the voice of the foreigners working for the company. And when I say foreigners, I include the Chinese staff. The Chinese staff and the few Americans and other people of other nationalities like myself were substantially a lower class citizen, despite even having a lead title. Our voices were heard a lot less, just because of the fact that we weren't Japanese. And it had nothing to do with communication, because I can communicate in Japanese on a level where I can win in a fight. You know, I can debate somebody in Japanese. I can break down complex art pipelines and things, solutions for issues that we're having, in a way that is, you know, with a lot of care for the cultural norm and what people are comfortable with. Basically, my approach at both NetEase and Tencent has been that the Japanese developers are obviously interested in American AAA practices. That's the whole reason they hire people like me. It's a huge part of our interview. They directly say that that's what they're interested in, is my ability to create AAA environments and my experiences at all the places like Bungie and Microsoft, Infinity Ward, places like that. They want to know about that type of experience. And when I try to present those type of ideas, I present it, you know, and the good thing for me is I've seen so many different pipelines. The contract system in America really sucks, because you get 1-year contracts so often that you end up having to move a lot. because it's hard to get headcount for a full-time person, depending on what stage of the project it's in. But it does mean that I've gotten to look at a lot of different art pipelines, and I know what I'm talking about. I can say with confidence that I know what I'm talking about. I think I'm also very personable, though. I understand that people might have fears about adopting different development methods, and I never thought from the beginning that I would come in there and tell them how to do AAA and we would just kind of, go with that. That's not the approach that I took. I took an approach of, these are the experiences I've had in the past. These are the places where it went wrong at this studio. This is how we did it different at a different studio, and it went wrong in a different way, but good in another way. And kind of like just lay a bunch of options out. I kind of think about it like, well, not the current presidency, but like past presidencies in the U.S. where you have some type of crisis going on, and then the military comes in and they apparently, from what I've heard, they give a suite of options for the president to choose from. A bunch of different plans that are ready to go, and you're the man, you decide type of thing. That's exactly how I approached these situations. I laid out a bunch of different plans, some that were more on the Western development side, some that were a hybrid of the two, and then some that were, pretty safe, kind of counterintuitive in a lot of ways, but just a little bit more of like an on-ramp to doing things up to the AAA scale that people coming from Capcom would be comfortable with. Capcom's also a huge company, but they have a very, very different way of doing things. I could make a whole video about the Capcom method, because I've become very familiar with it, working at NetEase with Capcom people and with Tencent with Capcom people. I definitely know the way they do things there, and I can't say I'll be putting my application in for Capcom anytime soon. But yeah, I've very, very, a very approachable, panic-free. I tried to create an environment of a very no pressure, options in front of you. These are options you could go with. If you don't, it's okay. You can take the parts of whatever one you like and mix it up with one of the other options that I provided. Like, basically just like, this is your show, you decide. I would definitely let them know this is my favorite of the options. This is what I think will have the most success, because as a lead, I think you have to sign your name to something and say that this is what I think we should be doing. And it's important to document that as you do it, because when things go wrong later, and they're the very things that you called out and tried to avoid before the fact, but were ignored simply because of you not being Japanese, it's important to have that stuff recorded. So for me, yeah, it's kind of become a soul-sucking environment that is just very exhaustive and not something that I can do right now. I need to take a break from it. As I said, I am still getting paid. It's at a reduced rate. I've entered what is called, I think it's okay to say this since you can probably put two and two together, but I've entered medical leave in Japan. It's due to mental fatigue from work. There's a whole lot more to that story, why that's something I elected to do. I was not left with a lot of options. It was either go the nuclear route and throw up my arms and walk out of the building, or take an option that would be a little bit safer, like this. But apparently with the Japan laws that we have protecting us. I am able to be on medical leave for up to 18 months, where I would keep this 68% of my salary tax-free, albeit, but then I still need to pay insurance and stuff. I can keep that for up to 18 months, and my doctor has said that he believes that I need to be on medical leave right now because the stress is very bad for my health and very, very likely the key factor in all of my illness over the last 3 months, and before that too. Definitely, it's the reason for all the weight gain that I had. I'm thinner now than I was when I started that job, but I went from 105 kilos to 119 kilos just from going to that office every day for 1 year. All the different social commitments that you have, where you have to go to lunch with a bunch of coworkers, go to dinner with a bunch of coworkers, go for drinks with a bunch of coworkers, go on business trips, all that type of stuff. Being out of the house, you just end up eating more garbage food, especially when you're stressed out about your situation. I'm definitely a stress eater. But yeah, he feels that I need to be on leave right now, and I also, looking at my options, it seems like the best option. Now we've also got rumors out there, well, not rumors, I mean Kotaku pretty much came out and said that Tencent might be making major cuts to its gaming division in Japan, and de-investing. I have no idea about that. That is, I'm not just saying that as like a, I know but I don't know type of thing. I actually do not know if that would include our studio. Do I have an opinion on whether I believe that our studio deserves to be on that list? Yeah, I do have an opinion on that, and that's not an opinion that I'm going to give online. But I do have a very strong opinion on whether or not we deserve to be on that list. Currently, though, as you know, I stepped down from the environment art lead position in January. My successor also stepped down after the guy that took over for me also stepped down a couple weeks after that. And then we went for about 4 or 5 months without anybody in the position. So that's the type of thing we're dealing with. This is what is going on as far as my work situation. It's why I am out and about during the week. And I don't know how long it can continue. I am thinking about other options right now. I still need to have a 9 to 5. I would like to have side hustles and stuff like that too. But yeah, it is what it is, and that's why you're noticing a change in the daily vlog. We still will be going to Umeda almost weekly, so don't worry about not being able to see spots in Umeda and stuff. We still go there weekly for doctor visits and things like that. So yeah, let's see where this whole fiasco takes us. I'm kind of just here for the ride. That's all I can be. But I would say I'm a very proactive member of the ride. I am actively trying to decide my own destiny here. Yeah, when I can talk about more stuff, I will. But for now, that's probably about all I can say. I am going to get inside here. I need to take a little bit of footage at LaLaport here too. Unfortunately, today is Wednesday, so I cannot really eat anything. I haven't eaten anything yet today, but I feel really, really nauseous every time I get around the smell of food. I had to sit down for a couple minutes and just kind of take some deep breaths when I was at the last place, because the Pepper Lunch place, a place I like quite a bit, they were cooking up the steak and rice, and whew, that smell was, even thinking about it right now, was making me feel pretty sick. So coffee it is. I guess I'm going to be losing more weight today. Usually when it's like this, throughout the day I have bouts of nausea that come and go. A lot of it is triggered by smell, I think. Nausea comes and goes throughout the day. When it gets bad, I need to lay down. But for right now, I think as long as I'm not smelling a lot of food, I should be okay. So we're going to go in and get some footage. And then I'm going to go home and start working on the Hyaku Shiki before the Typhoon comes here. So that has been the update on what is going on with the daily vlog and changes you might notice. That is the safe version. Maybe someday we can go over the not so safe version, but that day is not today. I will see you guys inside. Okay, I have got all the footage that I need for today. Got some kids playing in the water here. It's kind of adorable. I've got all the footage that I need today, so I'm going to head home for the day. I think my SD card is running a little bit low, and I need a lot of space on it tonight for work on the Hyaku Shiki. There will be parts of the Hyaku Shiki that, the more boring parts that I do off stream, that I do off camera, but we'll update you on any progress that's made as we do it. Got some construction going on right now for the park here. Been doing a lot of construction on this area recently. Curious to see what they're going to come up with. LaLaport has this Versus park here. We've always talked about going in, but then have never done it. They have like segways that you can ride around inside, and a bunch of activities and stuff. It's like for kids, but it's also for adults. It's like kind of for everybody. But yeah, we always have said we're going to do it, but then we usually get lazy and end up not doing it. So that's been going on for about 5 years now. So hopefully we make it in there one time before it disappears. We are getting a souvenir for Yuki right now from her favorite boba place. Getting her some tapioca for the road. They have a brown sugar tapioca here that is really good. Looks like rain is about to start here. Typhoon is coming soon. I think the Typhoon is on its way here, so. Hi. ありがとうございます。はい、ありがとうございました。Yeah, the best thing about this one, I even like this one. I didn't want any today because of the Manjaro. It's making me not really want food, but when you get it, the tapioca in the bottom is really warm. It's like almost hot to the touch. So even though it's an iced drink, it has warm tapioca in the bottom, which tastes really good. It's a nice balance. It's from the alley. Just look for the big deer. You'll find it. There's a bunch of them. There's some in Umeda too. All right, let's get home before the storm starts. We've got Gunpla to build and worlds to conquer. Nah, not today, probably. We'll call conquering the world a stretch goal. Probably not going to make it that far. the rain has started to fall, so let's see what this typhoon's got for us. Well, Mr. Hyaku Shiki, we meet again. Before we do that, looks like there's a double typhoon on its way to Osaka. It's Wednesday right now. It looks like about Saturday it's gonna hit really hard, but we have rain, like 90% chance of rain every single day all the way up until Saturday. So it's gonna be a rainy few days. We're gonna be doing a lot of inside stuff here, so just be ready for some inside programming. I don't really feel like going out and getting wet in the rain, and this DJ Osmo Pocket 3 does not hold up to the water. It's one of its weak points. Okay, slight change of plans. I just got done drying her hair. I was doing some research on these gold parts here, and also talking to a buddy of mine who also does Gunpla. And I really don't want to be touching these with my bare hands. I'm going to get fingerprints all over them, and I really want to keep these parts looking really good. So I'm going to go out first thing in the morning and get some really thin gloves. I guess the powderless gloves. If they have the powder on the gloves, it's really bad for it. But as you can see here, if you look at the top of the gun, you can see kind of what I'm talking about there. You see that spot on the gun there? That's what happens when you have a little bit of oil on your finger and then you paint over the top of it. That's probably going to be super evident on these parts. So for one, I'll probably give them a water bath at the end if it's okay to do that. I haven't searched yet if it's okay to do that, but I want to try to not get much on there in the first place, and to do that I am going to get some gloves so I can handle these with care. Right now I'm just holding them by the edges of the runner. These parts are so cool though. Is that a beam saber? That might be the beam saber, so that's super cool. I mean, no matter what it is, it's really cool. But yeah, it looks really cool. I don't want to ruin these, so I think today we're at the end of our journey. We're going to go ahead and call this one work complete, and we did get a bunch of work done. If you can see here, we've got all the runners cleared off. We've gone through gone through all of these guys here, which is quite a bit. So we're making good progress on our Hyaku Shiki, I think. Is there a place I can put this? I'll put them right there just to inspire me here. But yeah, we're making good progress so far on the Hyaku Shiki. I'm having a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see the finished product. Hopefully I can finish it off strong. I will see you guys in the next one. Work complete. The vlog is over.